Happy New Year to all of you, and also Happy Lunar New Year. I want to start this year with something a bit more personal and continue throughout the year with sharing more of my perspective about my art and art creation through my art journey. This musing is about my art inspiration through other artists' artwork. I remember the one history class I had in college. All we did was memorize art pieces throughout history and be able to identify the artist, the title of the piece, and the period in history when the art was created. I remember admiring artists such as Rembrandt and Da Vinci for their masterful creations. I love looking at all these masters in museums. It was fun when it was art I loved to look at. But after a while, all the periods and titles and artworks and artists just all jumbled together. It became a memorization for the test without retaining any significance to the art piece. However, when it came to art inspiration for my own creations, I love looking at art from artists who are still creating. About the only artist I take inspiration from who is not alive still is MC Escher. I love the intricate details he wove into his design and the way the shapes morph into creatures to create movements. I've created some pieces of art years ago before I ever knew who Escher was, and someone commented that it looks like an Escher. That's when I looked up who Escher was and was unable to create another morphing image since for fear that I am copying this great artist. What I love about modern artists is that they are still creating and evolving their artistic view. I enjoy witnessing their transitions from one artistic creation to the next, noting how their art changed. I wonder how their mind's eye changed to affect the visual shift of their art. Over the years, I've collected a few artwork from artists that I admire. I would like to show some of my collection to you for your enjoyment and share my insight on how I get inspiration from these pieces. There are so many pieces in my collection, and these share pieces are just a few of them. I'm recording and taking photographs of my framed collection so the reflection of the room can be seen on the glass. To see the beautiful artwork from these artists, I've included links to their website and or their Instagram account in the post. In my view, Stephanie Prieman-Law is absolutely the master of visual movements, from her exquisite drawing to the color she used to move your eyes to the way she paints those colors using tiny brush strokes. I sometimes trace these movements in her paintings over and over again. Whenever I'm asked, do you paint? I always hesitate to answer this question. By the asker's definition of the question, my answer should be, no, I do not paint, I only use pencil. However, in my mind, I do paint. I paint with a pencil in that I don't just make lines. The pencil strokes I make layer over each other. I add many layers to achieve the darkest value in the piece. The lighter values are also many layers with a very light touch. They are not cross-hatchings or scribbles. They are literally layers of very small pencil strokes. I feel that this is what Alan Williams does with his artwork, painting with a pencil. I find myself studying every stroke in his pieces. I think most everyone will agree that he is definitely a master with pencil imagery. Of course, he also paints with oil as well. I love the unique, almost caricature portraits from Stella Hultberg. I was able to snag this cute original for myself. I admire artists who can stylize a portrait without the image being of anyone real. I find that if I look at a picture of a face, I have to draw the face exactly as I see it. I cannot deviate or the result won't look right to me. During a visit to Rome, Italy, I met a Hungarian artist, Iotu Ciprian at Trevi Fountain. He has some watercolor, but I truly love his unique pencil pieces with the lines defining the image. This is definitely quite different from the way I work with pencil, with my layering and millions of tiny strokes. I admire artists who can achieve a lovely image with minimal strokes. I hope you have a great new year. Thanks for visiting, and I hope you return to visit again.